Drew Dalman. How stressed out are you about that?
I mean, we drafted a center in the second round. We also picked up Bradbury from the Patriots. So, as much as I really think Dalman made a huge difference, and we will miss him, at least there's a plan to succeed him, right? Like a 2-option plan there. Like if Bradbury doesn't cut it, at least we got the high draft rookie. So, as much as I want to be worried, I'd say compared to some other worries, that one probably falls a little lower on the priority list for me.
It's interesting. For me, it's probably the biggest positive / like either way needle mover on the whole offseason. I think it's the most important needle moving move from the whole offseason. I think he's more important to the health of how this season goes than DJ Moore. If you could have told me like, hey, you get to keep both for the same price, I would have kept Drew Dalman over DJ Moore 100 out of 100 times.
I don't disagree whatsoever. A center and quarterback connection is extremely important, and you want to keep that as consistent as you can. But if he's just going to retire again next year, right? Unless he's not here for
year of him helping Caleb and calling out protections and giving the new guy a year to learn. Like it was like one more year would have made a lifetime of difference in terms of this team being prepared for him to leave abruptly.
100%. But when I look at the grand scheme of things then, and all the other issues that I feel are worth kind of looking at, I have to put this one somewhere ranked amongst those. And because there is at least a plan for it, that makes it drop down for me a little bit. There's some other things I'm worried about more. But I'm not trying to, you're not
downplaying
the value, not downplaying it at all. But there are other things that I'm just more concerned about.
Okay.
Because at least we do have some kind of option here.
Okay. Another important loss player, DJ. How do you feel about that versus what we got for him and how that worked out?
So I'm a fan of this move because I think, David, we called this move right when DJ signed. Mm-hmm. We said, in 3 years, he's a perfect trade candidate based off his age, based off the salary he's going to be making, this and that. Like, you're still earning from that trade back you made from the first overall pick you had the first time around, right? So you're still reaping rewards from that. And to get a second round pick for him, you could draft a wide receiver there. It might not be another DJ Moore, but it can be another option. So, you still have to balance it with the value that you got back from him. You didn't just lose DJ Moore. You still got something back for it.
You had 2 years of a first-round receiver and then got a second-round pick back.
100%. It was a necessary move. It just has to happen. I would say for the growth of Caleb, he's super important. I'm hoping that Caleb's at that point now where he no longer has to have DJ to grow. Like, he's just got to do it.
We've talked about this since you drafted Rome, where it's like that's the whole point of taking a quarterback first overall is that you don't need to take top 10 receivers. The quarterback should be improving second and third round receivers instead of vice versa, where you need to get him a 10th overall receiver to make him good. I agree. This is the whole Justin Fields argument.
And then you look at the offense in total, right? Like, you still have a first round pick in Rome, you have a second round pick in Luther, you have a first round pick in Colston. You got Cole Kmet there. It's not like this thing's without options here. There's still targets. So
smaller ones now, just because Braxton Jones coming in for Ozzie Trapillo. I think that's that's a short conversation. I think because that's just not that big a difference. I think at the moment, Trapillo didn't establish himself as like a all pro. Like, you're not losing out on a top 10 left tackle and then replacing him. They were both like if Trapillo was the 20th best left tackle at the end of the season, Braxton Jones is 28th. Like, what are we talking about here?
Do you remember a time where we said, imagine if Braxton Jones was the worst guy in your offensive line? Because there was a time where he was like the best.
Now he is.
And so, exactly. I like the left tackle position to be kind of solidified a little bit better, but
for sure, who wouldn't?
Yeah, another fucking just rip the Band-Aid off and replace it with a fresh one again real quick. Yeah. Right? So that's kind of what we're doing there, but it is what it is.
This one's almost just a funny one. the joke, Tremaine Edmonds.
Yeah. Right.
Just move on. Just move on.
Yeah,
from there.
right. Just move on.
That one's fine.
Sure.
I gotta say, watching the season as a whole, one of the craziest things to watch was how bad the linebacker play was. And again, like taking a step back, we were watching mid-year, and I don't ever think we pointed that part of the defense out as being like horrendous. But watching it back, and dude, between the Tremaine Edmonds, Noah Sewell, like TJ being hurt all the time, and then finally getting to like week whatever when DeMarco Jackson fucking started, and you're just like, now that's a middle linebacker right there.
Yeah, he was,
and it's just kind of crazy that we were just like, I don't know, blinders on with the whole Tremaine Edmonds sucking thing, and
because of the turnovers, man. Like this whole defense was not very good. They were the best at turning the ball over, and that covers up a lot of consistent mistakes. But you take that away, you take the turnovers away, and this is
really bad defense, dude. Dude, really, you know what was really hard to watch? The defensive line, like the interior. That's a rough watch in hindsight, man. There's just no push, there's no pressure, and then you did nothing to address it whatsoever in the offseason. So it's just going to be more of that, I assume. But the next two I'll just lump together because I know you feel strongly about one of them. The Jaquan and Kevin Byard loss.
So it's interesting to me on both ends because it's like, okay, so now we're at the point with Ryan Poles' career where your mistakes are now catching up, right? So like it sucks to see a second round pick safety walk away. Ideally, you draft a guy that in the second round is going to stick around. So for however his career went, whatever it was, it just kind of sucks overall. That's not how I would like my team to operate. Ideally, I'd like to be able to hold on to the high draft picks here for a long time. So that's kind of like just upfront, right? Now, I talked to you about Thieneman, and it was kind of funny. I think at the beginning, David, I'm going to mute you again because I can hear myself.
Sorry.
So we talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the season, like watch us draft a corner, watch us draft a defensive back, like just as a joke. And then as the season progressed, we got later and later, we realized like, okay, you are going to have somewhat of a late pick here. What if you do wind up going safety with the position you're in, but you get the pick of the litter, and it's like, is that really the worst thing? No, it's not. That's exactly what they did, right? So they went out and got Dylan Thieneman. And I'm just kind of looking at this though, David. Like Kevin Byard had a great year. He was playing some of the best football of his career as a veteran safety that's got a lot of experience in this league. And he definitely left on a high note, and it's good. You don't want to sign a guy that's aging, that is playing the best football, because like he's most likely not going to stay consistent, right? He might have one more good year. Like age is going to catch up to you. And so at some point you don't want to pay him too much. I mean, he's got the upper hand, he's got the leverage. So it's the right move to let him go. But when you're replacing him with a rookie, I mean, do we really think that's going to be an upgrade? Or like, are we going to see some struggles here from Dylan Thieneman? Like, I don't know. What's the rookie record for interceptions?
That's what I was going to ask you is like, if Thieneman pans out, you're praying that he has a season half as good as Kevin Byard had last season. Right? Like if you got 80% from Thieneman of what Kevin Byard did last season, you're probably like ecstatic with what you get out of Thieneman. So
right. So
Jaquan, I think, not that big of a miss, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find some stuff here. So, back in the day, they used to get a lot more interceptions than they do now. So that's one thing. Night Train Lane, I think, holds the record at 14, and it was like a 12-game season or something stupid. I mean, that was a different kind of ball game, right? But more in the modern area, I don't know why this is stuck on the Falcons or if he just holds the rookie for the NFL. It said Xavier Watts had 5 interceptions his rookie season. I know some corners have had more. You know, in the modern era, rookie strong safety. I mean, it's not even the picks. I think it's just there's a lot to that position where it could be a very, very impactful position, or it could kill you too. So, you know, I'm just hoping that this kid doesn't kill us in some ways here and there because.
So is it fair to say that, like, I think Kobe White is an objective upgrade over Jaquan Brisker? Or no, I'm sorry,
Sure.
Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant
sure.
is an objective. And then you're probably taking like if on a scale of 10, if Kevin Byard was a 10 last year, best case scenario, you're getting like a 7 or an 8 out of Thieneman. So kind of break even on the safety
Sure, yeah.
situation.
Hopefully.
I would say.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
right?